There is nothing worse than having your ace pitcher get hurt. Even when your best hitter gets hurt, you're fine. You're despondent, but you're not despondent beyond repair. The Arizona Diamondbacks have had a tough month. I did them a favor because I love you, Derek. I'm not gonna put you in the bad category, but it's been a rough month. Corbin Burnes was on the mound last night, and there's so many people on the Google who can read lips now. I'm not one of them. Corbin Burnes basically walked off the mound yesterday. Corbin Burnes basically said, apparently, my elbow's done. It's dead. He left the game, obviously, complaining about his elbow. The good news is that Torey Lovullo, the manager, said after the game that Burnes is going to have an MRI. And the good news is that there's an opportunity that it's not Tommy John, that he didn't hear the pop that other pitchers hear. When you have a situation like that, and you have a guy signed to a 6-year, $210 million contract, you have a situation in your division where you're chasing the Dodgers and the Padres and the Giants, when there was an expectation that you were going to be in the playoffs, and you have underperformed, number one. Number two, your ace has not exactly been ace-like, but shown signs that he's going to be an ace, and that gives you cause and belief that it's going to happen for you because you get 31 to 34 starts, and you can excuse the first 4, and then it ends. Corbin Burnes, once you say that you have an elbow problem, I'm going to take 1 second here, Coca. It's our first show like this. I don't know if you can all hear me. I hope you can, but I have tremendous things going on in my ear right now. Tremendous sounds and noises that are not me or you, Coca. Some sort of electric thing, like electric boogaloo in my ear, which can be mighty distracting when you're trying to talk. Not exactly sure how that happens. So I'm going to just talk louder. And I'm going to get right back to Corbin Burnes and pretend that everything's totally normal. So here's what you do when you're the Diamondbacks and you have this situation. You get him the MRI the next day, and then you sit him, and you do not bring him back for at least a month. And the reason why you have to let it go for a month is that you have to get any inflammation out. You have to get any possible problem gone, given that he's a 6-year player. This is when you change how you treat players according to where they are in their contract. If this were Corbin Burnes on a 1-year deal or in the final year of his contract, give him the MRI, make sure that everything is still structurally somewhat fine, even though no pitcher has a clean MRI at his age. When you're 30 years old, your elbow looks a little bit like Piscetti, and you have him pitch. You bring him out and say, hey, you're ready to go. When you're year 1 of 6-2-10 and you have a small issue in the standings, you've got a bullpen that basically is a sieve, you got to sit him. The way to work is that Corbin Burnes is not going to pitch for a while. As a matter of fact, Coca, we can even make that totally official. We're going to make it an official wait to see. Wait to see is when we tell you something's going to happen. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, fine. We even have a button we press on a wait to see where it goes, psh, and you see wait to see if you're watching this. Psh. Yeah. And we even have a lower if you're watching with the wait to see before I even say it, unless you're listening, in which case you're waiting for me to say that Corbin Burnes will be out until after the All-Star break at least. That is the official wait to see for Monday, June 2nd. Why? Because when you're pulled out of a game with an elbow injury, year 1 of a 6-year deal, you don't come back too quickly. And the All-Star break is only in 4 weeks. And when a pitcher misses a bit of time, you got to ramp him up. Unless his name is Shohei Ohtani, you may even need a rehab assignment. It all takes time. When we put people on the dose packs, the med packs, steroid packs, ice packs, 6 packs, 12 packs, you absolutely That's a minimum of 7 days. Minimum. And then you start building up. God, they've had a problem in Arizona. They're missing Eduardo Rodriguez. They're missing Jordan Montgomery. Not that Jordan Montgomery was ever going to play. Didn't we get that? Wait to see right on Jordan Montgomery, the guy who the owner, Ken Kendrick, came out and said, this guy stinks. I can't believe we have him. And I said he'd never pitch again for Arizona. I'm pretty sure he hasn't pitched this whole season. I think they had him have Tommy John. Can you imagine doing a Tommy John on purpose just so a guy doesn't have to pitch? Do you think this is what players sometimes think that we would do with steroids and guaranteed deals? We're going to make your pee not stink. Do you think that players think that we're going in there and we're doing something with their elbow to give him Tommy John? Players would think that, and agents. No. Jordan Montgomery just is out. Diamondbacks season is on the brink, even though it's only early mid to mid-mid. That'll do it for Corbin Burnes.